Namaste to you all. Welcome, and let's together try our best to raise intelligent kids. In the previous episode, I mentioned a topic that kids should always be kept busy, their minds should always be occupied. That approach a lot of young parents follow to keep children always busy. And I pointed out that restfulness, relaxation, and silence, and deep sleep, and times of doing nothing, maybe just doing some thought experiment, is quite useful and needed in children's life. Somewhat related to that topic is this notion that the schools have, and parents encourage it also, that after children come back from school, they typically have lots of homework. Things they learned in school, assignments, math, studies, writing essays, memorizing certain historical facts, names, and kids hardly have time to relax and wash their hand and face and spend some time with family and have dinner together, read some nighttime story, etc. They hardly have time for this because after 5-6 hours in school, they come back maybe after a long bus journey in the school bus, and immediately they eat something and they either play a little while or even sacrifice play and start doing their homework. And difficult question, then parents sit with the children to complete the homework. This is a typical routine. The another aspect of this I want to mention is that many provinces and many small nations have experimented over the last 20-25 years a slightly different kind of education, reform in education. And one of those things is that no homework, no big bags on their shoulder, 15-20 pounds hanging and their shoulders twisting on one side and lifted on another, and they can hardly breathe with their shoulders stretched down and closing, narrowing, or compressing the lungs. So, considering all of that, they have banned homework. Instead, what they emphasize is assimilation of what they learn in school. So, even in school, a lot of reform proposals have been implemented that in between classes or when there is a transition from one subject to another, there should be a gap, because one subject that they have learned in 30-40 minute class, they need 15-20 minutes to do something unrelated. Unrelated why? Because while they are physically doing something unrelated, their mind is assimilating, synthesizing, and helping to store in your memory bank so that later on, without attempting, you have already understood much better the same subject before going to the next subject. So some schools have experimented that on certain days of the week, 3-4 hours they'll focus on one subject. Teach, break, snacks, lunch, teach, break, play, something like that. 3-4 hours. So there is more intensity involved. They go deeper in the subject rather than switching from one subject to another. So this is another aspect to consider in mind. The time needed to assimilate and an extended time needed to cover many aspects of the same question or same topic, so that kids are exposed to a wider coverage of that topic. Together with assimilation, There is also relaxation, entertainment, recreation. Recreation deals with the body. That is playing and jumping and running and games and sports, gymnastics, so on and so forth. And also yoga. Yoga asanas can also build flexibility and strength, energy level in the body. And entertainment for the mind. Not essentially, not necessarily loud band music and popping your ears out or yelling. I mean, that's not kind of entertainment. Softer music, more melodious music, classical music is good entertainment. Some mind exercises like puzzles and nighttime reading can also be relaxing and entertaining at the same time. And also, I would encourage kids to learn some simple meditation method, starting with relaxing the breath, focusing on the flow of breath, the sound and the temperature and the in and out of the breath. Slower breath relaxes the mind, and because mind is connected with the body, it also relaxes the body. A hyperactive body also keeps the mind occupied, and a hyperactive mind tires the body. So it's kind of one system, mind, body, body, mind. So keeping all these things in mind, I feel is important. And also don't forget that spending time with family together, eating meals together, spending some time asking questions or just listening to one another, caring about one another, showing concern if there are any problem, if there are any question in their mind that they are confused, or something happened at the school that is bothering them. Sometimes kids don't tell the family members or parents. So with some kind of inquiring about that, casual inquiring, helps kids to open up and share their thoughts, ideas, questions, anxieties. So all this, if it is done in a relaxed and easy, comfortable manner, then where is the scope for homework? And if you have learned well in school and had time to assimilate, very important, then homework is probably most likely not needed. Think about it. Thank you for listening.